Hi, it's the Great Vanzini. I'm back again here, and of course I've plugged it in so I can't show it. So I'll put a picture. I will put a picture in right about here, but and it's upside down. Well, but it's a Danelectro surf and turf compressor, and see if I can get that down there. I'm going to try to go through these really quick. And the compressor is noisy, as you can hear. So also probably adding to it is single coils, but let's turn that baby on and just see what we have. If we have everything turned down, we have, of course, nothing. It was too far down. So here it is clean. I'm just going to play a C chord. And I've turned everything up is about 10 o'clock on here, and basically we're looking at a little tiny buttons that go from about 8 o'clock to 5 o'clock, and so when I refer to whatever clock it is, I'm referring to 8 o'clock to 5 o'clock. So I've got everything at about 10 here. There's off. As much as you hear it compress, you hear it almost like a boost. And it is, as compressors go, it's, I think, a wee bit on the noisy side. I have a TC Electronics, whichever one that is, the green one. Not the Hall of Fame, that's the Reverb. Corona. I should know that since we're dealing with that right now. But anyway, so I'm going to mess with some buttons here. And we have two controls on this. We have level and we have sensitivity. So I'm going to turn the sensitivity way up. And with sensitivity, you're going to hear that noise. And actually, when I strike a chord, I bet you that noise will go away. Yep. Now it slowly comes back. Yeah, it does. So it squashes the sound a little bit. Let's turn the sensitivity down a little bit and turn the level up. There we can really hear it. I hope you're getting this. But you can hear that noise now. Listen to that noise go away with the level turned up, and the level's at 5 o'clock and the sensitivity's at about 1 o'clock. The noise goes completely away. And it comes back. I've never noticed that. Maybe they all do that, but I've never noticed. I've never noticed the Corona do it that much. So I may be off on that though. So I'm going to turn everything down. If we just put everything at noon, then it works pretty good. I'm on the bridge pickup, and there's no tone control because this is a 50s Strat. It does work as a boost, and I like that. We really just crank that level up, and we put everything at about 2 o'clock. Turn it off, and we can hear it, and it works. So you'd be playing rhythm, and you need a boost for lead. Gives a boost, so it works kind of cool as a boost. Again, because it's the Danelectro, it's those older, cheaper, little ones like like the palm size, palm of your hand size. I wouldn't put a lot of stock in them, and I don't think I'd go on the road with them. Anyway, this is one I got new, and it was in the box, and the box was all beat up, and they wanted to get rid of it, and I don't remember what I paid for it. It was under $20, and it's the old Surf and Turf compressor. I'm not going to mess around with it much more. There's not much more to do with it, so I'll try to show you a different compressor at a later time, actually, or a different, yeah, I think I have another weird one around. I'll look. Anyway, and now we're on to the next pedal, and we'll see you in a bit here. Hi, it's Great Vanzini. Welcome back. We're on to the next pedal, which is a Danelectro Milkshake chorus. The last one we did was the Surf and Turf compressor. Now we're on the Milkshake chorus, and I will try to find a clean tone. There's the clean tone with nothing going on, and here it is with a little bit of chorus added in. It's not bad, actually, as choruses go. I mean, I guess I talked about the compressor on the last pedal, and was talking about the green Corona, which is not a compressor. It's the Hypergravity is their TC Electronics compressor. The green one is, I think, the chorus. The Corona is the chorus. So the Corona, it fits this. And this has a ton of noise that you can dial in also. If you put it all the way up, it continues. You just pick it up in the background. And recording, it's really irritating because you can hear that wah sound, and with it turned off, I hope you can hear that wah sound. And with it turned off, there's still a little bit of noise, and I'm using a real clean amp that I use frequently that has almost no noise, so I think it's allowing some noise to get through. Again, it could be that I'm just using the single coils, and maybe that's the issue. So we'll turn these down to reasonable things. I've got everything dimed at, remember the dials go from about 8 o'clock to 5 o'clock, and so this is everything at 5 o'clock. It's beautiful sounding. Anyway, I don't, the Danelectro pedals let you go from 0 to 100, and so you got to be really careful that you don't plug in and start playing live on stage and you have it set on 100, because they do allow you to go pretty crazy. I mean, that's only everything at 1 o'clock. And the two controls here are speed and depth, and so we'll keep the depth down, we'll keep the speed up. That's it. The speed's dimed out at 5 o'clock. So we'll slow that down, we'll turn the intensity. It's actually not bad sounding. I like just where it's really just a pinch of chorus. Gives it almost like a pinch of reverb. That's almost too much. You can barely hear it there, but you can hear it, and that is the speed set at 10 o'clock and the depth at 9 o'clock. So anyway, that's the Danelectro Milkshake chorus. We'll move on to a third pedal, and this is where things get really wild. I'll give you a picture of it right here. This is the Digitech Autowahsynthenvelope filter, and it's kind of like an auto wah with a whole bunch of other stuff. And I will and we're back with the Digitech Autowahsynthenvelope filter, and it's kind of like an Ottawa, not the town. There's 4 buttons on it. It's sensitivity, control, range, and then type. And there's 7 different types. I'm on number 7, which is pretty much a straight auto wah. And you can tell under sensitivity, we just turned that down. The third control is range. And it changes the tonality, but it doesn't, to me, it doesn't change the range. The range still goes way down deep to a heavy, deep tone. If you play fast, but anything slow. So you have to be able to really set and to me that control, the control of it just doesn't, it's just too deep, and when it gets to that bottom it almost sounds like, a kick pedal hitting a cardboard box or something, I don't know. So we'll go down to type number 7. No, that was a type 7, which is just a straight auto wah. Type number 6, and I couldn't find the information on each one. So now we're at type number 6, which each one gives you a total different. It's almost like an octave with some fuzz and stuff, and you can just play around with it. I gotta remember, you can't really do chords. I could see using this as a recording for something in the background where you wanted some strange kind of sound on an intro or something like that. Let's turn the range down. Turn the control down. That does nothing. Turn the control all the way up. And that does nothing. Sensitivity. Definitely does something. So, I'm just going to run through these real quick. Type number 5. Each one just gives you a different variation, kind of. Type 5 sounds like type 6. This was a $10 garage sale find, and so I would never buy something like this. I was watching at NAMM and they had the new Boss synth thing, and it does a lot more than this. I think it's more than $10 though. I think it's like $200 or maybe $300. I don't remember. Oh, there. The control button in this case lets it hang, and then at the end it gives it some hair or some different hair. Well, it did on the first note. It just fades out. Hear that fizzle out. If I hit a real light note, it doesn't fade out nice. Very abrupt edge. Turn the sensitivity all the way up. down to type 4 now. Let's turn the sensitivity way up. Turn that sensitivity down. Takes off that high end. And the range, I don't know. I can't imagine what you'd use. Let's go down to type 3. It just sounds terrible. Let's see what we can do with that. Range, we'll turn the range way up. Well, that's better. Well, it's better in that it's more synthy. The control on this one really does do something. Elongates out before the attack comes in. Turn that way down. And it comes right in. Let's go down to type 1. I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time on here. Holy smokes, I don't get it. I mean, it sounds perfectly normal. Not perfectly normal. I think type 1 is... Oh, I was down to type 2. I had it in between buttons. Now I don't. Type 2 is... Well, type 1 is... we started off with type 7, which was Ottawa. Type 6, it's got it written here. Had I read, I would have seen that. Type 6 is filter 2, which tells me nothing. Whereas type 5 is filter 1. Type 4 is synth 2, number 3 setting is synth 1, number 2 is envelope down, and we don't have envelope down. I think number 2 is gone. It was here yesterday when I tested it out. Oh. Ow! So that's type 2, envelope down. I don't get, and this is envelope up. Type 1. Oh, listen to that. It's really got a... It really brings in the tone. Turn the sensitivity way down. Turn the range way up. Yeah, maybe not. Yeah. Turn the control down, you got almost down to clean guitar. Although it doesn't sound like it's on the bridge pickup anymore, it sounds like it's on both pickups, or 2 pickups. The question is, did I get my money's worth? $10 at a garage sale. And I've had a hoot just messing around with this from time to time. Then I throw it on a shelf and then I don't do it at all anymore. So, you know, it's been fun. For $10, I think I've gotten $20 worth out of it. So. I don't even know this one. We'll fade out with that. It's just a backing track from the E-band. Anyway, Hope you enjoyed this. Feel free to subscribe, hit the like button, hit the thumbs down button if you so desire. I've collected these cheap pedals for so long. Anytime I see one at a garage sale or at a pawn shop and it's under 20, I'll look at it. If it's under 10, it's probably sold. I'm probably going to buy it. So, yeah, so feel free to leave a comment, especially on any weird pedals you've seen or heard, and might, maybe you can direct me towards some weirdness. So I appreciate it. Thanks for watching again. Talk to you later. Bye. I really want to do this.